Alright, alright, hold in the calf. Calf. It's got you on there. Oh, you know what? I'll do that. Alright. Yep, and Barto do the same thing. We already have partners, right?
Here we go, that's your thing. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
Yep, that's me. And if you want to give me your name later, you can, but then you can.
I'm like, it was so since your pretty ass, as soon as you came in the door, I just wanna chill, got to sacrifice the road. Married to the money, introduced her to my store. Showed her how to whip and now she remixing for low. She my track player, let her hit the trail. Baby, don't love, watch how far the fans go. We just set it go, talking mental Lambos. I get the 60 grand, 500 grams though. And I swear I love her, how she with the tempo.
Okay.
Hit the strip club, baby, let me dance
Going
though.
good.
Everybody hate her when you
Hope
come
see health and wellness
in
thing.
love with the money, I ain't never let it go. And I get hard with my baby.
Okay, wait, what's your last name?
What's that?
I got it. Last name.
And I'll take this E out of it.
Yes,
I never play defense, and I hate the Dodgers.
Real quick, I have time.
So, what? Thank you, Philip.
Alright, perfect. Alright, we're go around the way. We need the outside.
It's just to keep the dust down. Oh, no wonder it doesn't look right. Sir, what's Scarborough's first name?
Cash.
Cash? Like straight cash, homie? Yeah. Cash Scarborough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much ready to go. I just hope I said everything right. Okay. Stand by out there. We will be starting soon. Test 1 2, check 1 2. Sounding good. Good Thursday evening, everybody, and welcome to the west side of Houston, the Spring Branch ISD territory. And this is Vype, LCISD.com, presented by Texan Hyundai of Rosenberg. I'm Roger Smith, glad to have you with us for this game between the Memorial Mustangs, a storied program with a wonderful ballpark, which you're looking at right now, and the Foster Falcons, who are trying to get things going before district play starts and get back into the playoffs. They went to the playoffs last year and were sent packing, I should say, by the Katy Taylor Mustangs, who beat the Foster Falcons earlier today. But that's okay. It's good to be playing against outstanding teams, which they are in the Strake Jesuit tournament. We're not at Strake Jesuit. They can't play them all at their ballpark, but it is a tournament that is absolutely filled with quality teams. Mia Vigil is here. She is our producer and brilliant videographer, and Shane Scholwinski is inside the mothership at Vype World Headquarters. This is Vype, LCISD.com, and it is a part of history thanks to Texan Hyundai and our great sponsors. This is the first ever video stream on Vype, LCISD.com. It is absolutely free. Not only can you watch it live, and if right now it is Thursday and you look at your watch and it says 6:30 p.m., well, you're watching live. But if it's not that time, if it's not that day, you can always go back and enjoy the podcast replay on VypeLCISD.com. By the way, Foster fans, we're going to be having Falcons ball tomorrow, but it's not baseball, it's softball. Your girls will be taking on George Ranch, and we will have it for you at 5:45 p.m. from the Nest. This is the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth, and they are bringing us our coverage, as well as Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Above All Roofing, and Republic Harley-Davidson in Stafford. We'll step aside and be back with Mick Tosh, the head coach of the Foster Falcons, who's closing in on win number 400 in his career. And he may or may not get it this year, but if he does get it this year, then that means they might even be in Round Rock. If they win 20 more games this year, and he says it's give or take a game, he's on his way to 400. By the way, he didn't bring that up. I did. Okay, it's not, Mick Tosh is not obsessed with his own personal coaching wins, but I did ask him about it because I know everybody who really loves him and respects him hopes to celebrate with him when he gets that 400th win. All right, so we will take our break and be back in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth and bring you our visit with Coach Tosh right after this.
Hi, this is Larry Poston with Above All Roofing and Construction. We've been proudly serving our community for 27 years. As a Christian-owned and operated company and as an ordained minister, I believe in treating every homeowner's roof like it's my own. What sets us apart is the attention to detail that we put into every roof. Every roof we install includes 7 free upgrades for lasting protection. We put on synthetic felt with plastic cap ring shank nails. We put on some of the best shingles in town, the GIF Timberline Lifetime HDZ Class 3 rated shingle. We install Storm Guard in all the valleys, around all the walls, and around all the vents. We install ridge vents everywhere we possibly can. Every project is backed by a 7-year labor warranty, and our Silver Pledge warranty through the manufacturer gives you total peace of mind. So if you want craftsmanship built on faith, family, and integrity, call Above All Roofing and Construction, where we put quality and care above all.
Welcome, everybody, to the Batter Up Show on VypeLCISD.com, presented by Texan Hyundai. Time to visit with Mick Tosh, the head coach of the Foster Falcons. And, you know, this is a process, Coach Tosh, as you get ready for district. Tell us about the first game that you played today against Katy Taylor, a narrow loss of 4-3.
Yeah, we just struggled a little bit the first 2 innings. We made a couple of mistakes to give them their 4 runs. Finally settled down. Miller Drilling came in and pitched a great job in relief. We hit the ball well. We hit the ball hard. They made some really nice plays on us, and we left 2 guys on base at the end of the game. Just couldn't scratch the last run across.
All right, so tell us about your starting pitcher for this game against Memorial, and maybe some general things about whether you know exactly who your main starters are going to be on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah, we're going to go with A.J. Rajabi. He's a senior. He will be on a limited pitch count just so we can get ready for Tuesday next week against George Ranch. We do not know yet who's going to go Tuesdays and who's going to go on Fridays. That's a work in progress. But I do know that Rajabi and Will Savant will probably be our 2 guys. They'll get a bulk of the duty on Tuesday of next week against George Ranch.
Who thus far has shown himself to be maybe the key to your offense? When he does well, the rest of the lineup tends to follow suit?
Right now, our leadoff hitter, Hunter Maddox, when he does well, then, it's a table setter. When you the leadoff spot, you got to get on. So he's swinging the bat really well right now.
Would you say that this tournament, I guess they call it the Straight Jesuit Tournament, it seems like it's got as much quality as anything in the greater Houston area as far as preseason tournaments go? Do you agree with me?
Oh, heck yeah. But this is a great tournament. For instance, we just played Katy Taylor. We have Memorial next. Tomorrow we play Bridgeland and Concordia Lutheran. I believe Cy Woods is in the tournament along with Straight Jesuit. So, yeah, this is a big-time tournament.
Well, I remember very well what happened last spring. Katy Taylor showed you the door.
Yeah.
And, maybe you just keep improving. Maybe you will cross paths again and you can return the favor.
Well, it sounds like a plan. I appreciate you, helping me remember that. But, no, yeah, of course, you always want to win all your games that you play. But like we told the guys after this first game today, we are so close to putting it all together. They got to believe in each other. We're young to varsity, not young guys, but just young to varsity play. We only have like 2 or 3 guys that have actual real varsity playing experience. So, they're figuring things out.
By the way, I'm sorry about remembering the defeat, but that's what I've heard about being a coach. It's you always remember the losses, especially if it's one that eliminated you. Is that kind of true?
Unfortunately, you try to forget, but you can't. So yes, you're correct on that.
Well, here's something you can remember and hopefully remember fondly, or maybe you're not that impressed, but you are the very first ever video stream guest on the Batter Up Show on the all-new VypeLCISD.com.
I'll take it. Again, small victories. We'll take what we can. Appreciate you.
Were you ever a DJ?
Never. No, that's not my. I don't have a good speaking voice, so no.
Well, I was never a DJ either, but it really bugs me when people will come in and they will call a radio station the all-new fill in the blank, and they'll do it for about 8 years. I promise that we'll only do that for 1 year.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
All right, we like to please the listeners. That is Mick Tosh, head coach of Foster. Glad to have you with us, and good luck today against a very fine Memorial team.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're going to need all the luck we can get.
All right, that is Mick Tosh, and we'll be back in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth with the starting lineups when we return.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Hi, this is Larry Poston with Above All Roofing and Construction. We've been proudly serving our community for 27 years. As a Christian-owned and operated company and as an ordained minister, I believe in treating every homeowner's roof like it's my own. What sets us apart is the attention to detail that we put into every roof. Every roof we install includes 7 free upgrades for lasting protection. We put on synthetic felt with plastic cap ring shank nails. We put on some of the best shingles in town, the GIF Timberline Lifetime HDZ Class 3 rated shingle. We install Storm Guard in all the valleys, around all the walls, and around all the vents. We install ridge vents everywhere we possibly can. Every project is backed by a 7-year labor warranty, and our Silver Pledge warranty through the manufacturer gives you total peace of mind. So if you want craftsmanship built on faith, family, and integrity, call Above All Roofing and Construction, where we put quality and care above all.
Welcome to Mustang Park on the campus of Spring Branch Memorial. And we want to thank Texan Hyundai for giving us this, the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth, and serving as our title sponsor. And you know what you ought to do is head on down to Texan Hyundai, because they've got a great set of deals offered to you. 90 days with no payments. They also give you 0% up to 60 months for selected vehicles. And we know that you folks from Memorial who are watching tonight, you got a lot of great car dealerships up and down I-10, but I strongly suggest that you get on Highway 59 and go to beautiful Rosenberg and check out what the folks at Texan Hyundai can do for you. All right, so here are your starting lineups, and I'll give them to you quickly. This is tournament baseball, so it kind of works out that way when you get the lineups late, but that's okay. We did get them. And leading off for the Falcons is Hunter Maddox at shortstop. Braden Engel bats second. He plays third base. Gardner Fuller is the catcher, batting third. Batting cleanup, it's John Lavati, the designated hitter, who bats in place of the starting pitcher, A.J. Rajabi. Batting fifth, it is Luke Kulkak, the right fielder. Ty Bristol is at first base, and he is batting sixth. Batting seventh, it's Roman Faltine, whose last name sounds very familiar. He's in left field. Then we've got Brevin Baichu, who is in center field, batting eighth. And batting ninth, it's the second baseman, Andrew Dershke. So it is Maddox, Engel, Fuller, Lavati, Kulkak, Bristol, Faltine, Baichu, Dershke. And the starting lineup for Memorial I will give you soon, but on the mound for them is the right-hander Cash Scarborough, a senior.
Leading off for the Falcons, number 2, Hunter Maddox.
All right, Hunter Maddox, courtesy of the most soft-spoken PA announcer I've ever heard. And it is definitely distinct. There's no question about that. So if they have to run a long way to chase after a foul ball, then I will give you the Memorial lineup real quickly. Here it is. First pitch to Maddox, inside for a ball. Very pleasant evening with the wind blowing out toward the left field foul pole. Second pitch comes in low, and it is 2-0. Righty versus righty. Scarborough's pitch in there for a strike at the knees. They've got what appears to be a 14 to 15 foot outfield wall, and if it wasn't a tournament, if it was a playoff game, I'd have you exact feet and inches measurements. Swing and a miss. Count now even at 2. Scarborough rocks. Check swing, he did go around. Swinging strikeout, and down goes Hunter Maddox. Foster played a game that took place, I believe, at about 2 p.m. That's when it started, and they lost to Katy Taylor, the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. A frustrating game because they fell behind early and came back strong and inched back into the game, but ended up losing 4-3. Now Braden Engel, lefty hitter, trying to go downtown, and he comes up empty on that first delivery from Scarborough. And another big swing. He is swinging for the fences early. Go big or go home, I suppose. That pitch is just off the outside corner. Might have been a little bit low. 1-2. They started to play a little song. I don't know if they meant to or if that was an accident. Pitch on the way. Called strike 3. And 2 men go down without putting the ball in play. Now here's the catcher, Gardner Fuller. They like to play Another One Bites the Dust here at Memorial whenever the Mustangs retire someone. Scarborough seems to need to knock the mud off his cleats. And here comes Jeremy York as head coach. So let me give you the Memorial starting lineup. Evan Martson, sophomore, leads off at shortstop. The right fielder is Jake Ernest. Batting third, it's Tanner Durda. He is the designated hitter, batting in place of Scarborough. Ethan Bayless bats cleanup. He's the first baseman. Halen Hines in center field bats fifth. And I'll take up the lineup in just a moment. Resume it at number 6. Swing and a miss. Gardner Fuller. You know, the wind is actually going to help a right-handed pull hitter if he could get a hold of one. And the next one, it's also a strike. It goes all the way to the backstop. And Mia, don't go straight to a commercial. I'm going to have to give the rest of the lineup. Somebody's calling me. I can't talk to them right now. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? They appeal to the first base umpire, and he says no swing. 1-2 the count. Fuller stepped out for a moment. Scarborough starting to get into a groove. And a nice defensive swing to spoil what could have been strike 3. Might have been outside the strike zone, but Fuller did a good job of, the old Little League adage. Anything close with 2 strikes, you better go after it. And now Fuller asks for time. They have done a great job with the grass here. I only wish the grass in my front yard was as green as this. In the backyard, I think I have this shade of green. Way outside, nice backhand by the catcher. That is Dylan Norris. Count even 2-2. You hear the traffic on I-10 beyond the outfield fence, but because of all the nice trees here, it stays pretty quiet. Swing and a miss on the curveball. 3 strikeouts for Scarborough, and that'll do it for Foster in the top of the first. All right, so I already told you that Martson, the shortstop, bats first. Ernest, the right fielder, bats second. Durda, the DH, batting third, and Bayless, the first baseman, batting cleanup. Halen Hines in center field bats fifth for Memorial. Batting sixth, the catcher Dylan Norris. Third baseman Hunter Edmonds bats seventh. Batting 8th, it is Jackson Carrillo. Actually, it's Carrillo. Sorry about that. It's just a habit. I lived in El Paso for 8.5 years. Jackson Carrillo, second baseman, bats 8th. And Luke Fuller, the left fielder, batting 9th for Memorial. We'll step aside and be back after this on VypeLCISD.com.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Welcome back to a beautiful, breezy evening here at Mustang Field. Mustang Park, actually. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Leading off for Memorial, it's going to be Martson, the shortstop. He's a sophomore, and I met his mom. She was running things in the concession stand, which I have to say produces some wonderful, wonderful food. She served me up 2 delicious hot dogs. They also have some food here from Cabo Bob's, and they had some dad grilled burgers, Wagyu beef. Oh, I mean, they were a little pricey, okay? They're like $11. 10? Okay. So Mia had one, and delicious, huh? Juicy and just wonderful. And it smells so great up here. We are pretty much right above the area where the grilling was being done. So on the mound, it is A.J. Rajabi, the senior, and he is likely to be one of those regular either Tuesday or Friday pitchers as the starter for the Falcons when they begin their district play next week. So let me give you the defense for your Foster Falcons. Gardner Fuller is catching. Ty Bristol at first base. Dursky is at second base. Hunter Maddox at short. Braden Engel, the third baseman. And you know, I just realized I made a mistake because Ty Bristol can't play 2 positions. All right, so he's either in left field or at first base. We're going to figure this out.
Once again, number 2, Evan Markson.
I wish I was talking over that walk-up song. You got to be kidding me. Okay, Faltine is playing in left field. Okay, and more on him when he comes up to bat. All right, Rajabi ready to deal. Martson in the batter's box. And he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. His sister plays field hockey and goes to the University of Georgia, although she played field hockey for Memorial. I don't think she's playing at the collegiate level. And that is skied to left field. Ranging back is Roman Faltine, and he can't get it. It one-hops the wall, and it'll be a double to begin the game for Evan Martson, whose mom is no longer on duty in the concession stand. She's standing up and cheering her son's extra base hit.
After the leadoff double, number 3.
So not the way that A.J. Rajabi wanted to start this game. You know what? I was told it was Rajabi who's starting on the mound, but I'm not even sure about that right now. And that pitch gets away from him, bounces off the backstop, but advancing to third is Martson on a wild pitch. I'm going to say a WCP, a wild and crazy pitch. That was really something. Okay, it is A.J. Rajabi, number 23. Just wanted to be sure. And the go-ahead run is parked at third base with nobody out. Jake Ernest in the box. Takes one just above the letters for a ball. 2-0 as Rajabi goes from the stretch with the man at third. Curveball upstairs. 3-0. Tanner Durda to follow. Ernest takes a strike. He likes to wear the old school stirrup socks. I like it when guys do that, but sometimes the stirrups are painted on because I really can't tell from up here. And that gets by the catcher, but that is ball 4. And so Ernest goes to first base, and staying at third is Martson.
Number 12, Tanner Darda.
Tanner Durda, he's his folks like Wheel of Fortune because they need to buy a vowel. It's DRDA. 2 syllables, 1 vowel. All right, so you've got the Foster infield at the double play depth. They would gladly take a double play and allow the run to score. That run represented by Martson. Rajabi brings it. Swing and a miss on the slow curve. He fooled Durda. Rajabi doesn't really check the runners, just brings it, and the pitch is high for a ball. Durda is also a right-handed pitcher when he's not playing one of the other positions. And on this Memorial team, they have 11 pitchers, and 4 of them are lefties. Memorial is 7-5 after losing to Katie Taylor prior to this game. And there's a line drive that drops in front of Ryan Heath, and that'll score the run and move the runner from first over. A single for Tana Durda to drive in a run. And it is 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting, number 10, Ethan Bayless.
Ethan Bayless, cleanup hitter for Memorial. He is the son of one of the assistant coaches for Jeremy York. Memorial is one of those teams that year after year they make a strong showing in the playoffs. And one of these years they're going to get to Round Rock and bring home the big trophy. And that first pitch just underneath his elbows as maybe he might have been squaring to bunt. I don't know. He's the cleanup hitter. You don't always have a cleanup hitter square to bunt. Wears the stylish red gloves. Yeah, he is. He did square to bunt, but let it go by in the count 2-0. Rajabi's pitch count already getting up there. A lot of lefty hitters in this Memorial lineup. Bayless takes a strike. Not my style, said Ethan. It's very comfortable out here, but not exactly warm. I already see someone under a blanket over in the third base stands. Here's a bunt that goes foul. You know, if you're going to a ball game here at Memorial at night, and, well, I don't know why you'd be hungry with the great concessions they have here, but if you decided not to eat the concession food, there's a McDonald's 1 block away on Echo Lane. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Two hits and a walk already surrendered and 1 run in as Rajabi tries to wriggle out of trouble. Bayless takes a big rip and he strikes out. There's the first out of the evening for the Foster Falcons and A.J. Rajabi.
Number 18,
Halen Hines. He is nothing like the ketchup. He plays center field, and he can run a lot and cover a lot of ground out there. Memorial trying to up the ante here in the bottom of the first. Rajabi brings it, and it's a little number toward third. Going to be a tough play for Engel, but he throws, and a nice stretch to get the out at first base. The other two runners move to second and third, and Hines is out. Score it 5-3. 2 away for Dylan Norris. By the way, in the 7-3 loss to Katie Taylor prior to this game, Memorial started Ben Fuquay, and they also went to Lester Stiles. I don't know that either one of those pitchers are likely to get an appearance in this game. Breaking ball, outside corner strike, a beauty from Rajabi. He goes from the stretch with runners at second and third. Over Norris's head, and it bounces so hard off the backstop that the runners have to stay right where they are. Ernest at third and Durda at second. If Rajabi can get out of this with only giving up the 1 run, I think he and Coach Mick Tosh would be quite happy about that. But his catcher, Gardner Fuller, wants time. And I would like to have asked, is Gardner Fuller of Foster related to the left fielder for Memorial? And I don't know. But again, if it was not just a playoff game, even a district game, I would have found out something like that. You have a real pipe organ here. Just kidding. It's a recording. But I do like that sound. It really sounds like baseball. Back in the 70s in NBA arenas, you had some of that, but you don't see that too much anymore. And the pitch outside, nice backhand by Gardner Fuller. He asks for time. And the natives are a little bit restless. I think they want to just get on with it. And you do have the infield umpire over there talking with Rajabi. And what he might be doing in a tournament game where it's not high stakes, often the umpire will go over there and talk to the pitcher and say, I'm seeing something and it's borderline of a balk, and here's what you need to avoid doing so that I don't have to call a balk on you. All right. Fuller pats Rajabi on the butt, which means we are ready to resume. Right-handed hitting Dylan Norris. Crowds the plate a bit. And now Rajabi steps off. Ready for the 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. And again, the bounce back off the backstop, and they got him at home. Rajabi applied the tag after Fuller hustled to pick up the ball. And coming on home trying to score was Ernest, and he is out, which means that when the Mustangs bat in the bottom of the second, Dylan Norris will lead off because he was still in the batter's box when the third out was made. All right, we'll be back. Actually, we're not going anywhere because I got to tell you, you do need to go somewhere, and that somewhere is Texan Hyundai. This is the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth. And by the way, the Texan Hyundai keys to victory tonight are for Rajabi to pitch an appreciable number of innings. I would say at least 3 and maybe 4. And the other key to the game is that Foster really needs to score first. It went against them to get behind early in the earlier game against Katie Taylor. But I guess that one's already out the window. But all is not lost. So go to Texan Hyundai. You will feel like a winner. I guarantee you that. When you see what great deals they have, starting with 90 days of no payments. That's a great offer they're making right now. And also 0% financing for up to 60 months on certain selected vehicles. So you can also mention that you heard about Texan Hyundai on Vype, lcisd.com. Just tell them Roger sent you. And if you wanted to buy one of their new cars, you get $1,000 off. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. $1,000 off a Santa Fe, a Tucson, a Palisade, an Elantra, or a Sonata. You get it for a song. Get it? All right. We'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Larry Poston with Above All Roofing and Construction. We've been proudly serving our community for 27 years. As a Christian-owned and operated company and as an ordained minister, I believe in treating every homeowner's roof like it's my own. What sets us apart is the attention to detail that we put into every roof. Every roof we install includes 7 free upgrades for lasting protection. We put on synthetic felt with plastic cap ring shank nails. We put on some of the best shingles in town, the GIF Timberline Lifetime HDZ Class 3 rated shingle. We install Storm Guard in all the valleys, around all the walls, and around all the vents. We install ridge vents everywhere we possibly can. Every project is backed by a 7-year labor warranty, and our Silver Pledge warranty through the manufacturer gives you total peace of mind. So if you want craftsmanship built on faith, family, and integrity, call Above All Roofing and Construction, where we put quality and care above all.
All right, sorry, but that break took a little bit longer than we expected, and John Lavati, the DH, came up for Foster, and he grounded out to second base, so there's one away. Base is empty for Luke Kulkak, the right fielder. And a little excuse me swing, foul tip off the mitt of the Memorial catcher, Norris. Here's the pitch from Scarborough, and it bounces in. 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the second. Curveball in there and a beauty. Excuse me just a second. Coach, what's your name?
I'm not a coach, I'm Jacob.
Okay, Jacob.
Yeah.
A friend of the program.
There we go. Okay. I got twins playing. They're not out right now.
All right, they'll be stars, I'm sure. Next pitch comes in, and it is sliced foul off of the iron pole and kind of snuck between the net and the pole. By the way, joining us here in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth, we have Jacob, and he's got a couple of sons in the program, and he helps out with their stats and stuff. Check swing, but he tried to check it. Didn't check it. He went around swinging strikeout, and that's the 4th strikeout already for Scarborough, and now it'll be Ty Bristol, the first baseman.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 14, Ty Bristol.
And so Jacob is a great source of information about Cash Scarborough, who's on the mound, and his first pitch to Bristol off the end of the bat and fouled back. So it's going to be the guy you're seeing on the mound right now is a future Oklahoma State Cowboy. He's 5'10", 190 pounds. They call him a gunslinger. And so the Oklahoma State Cowboys are trying to bring back the glory days of Pete Incaviglia, and Scarborough, who just missed the outside corner there, could be the key to that in the Big 12. So he's moved into the top 5 rankings in Texas for the class of 2026. He's got a bright future. Strike on the outside corner. So he has talked about the Oklahoma State pitching program and how he can be a big part of it. Thank you, Jacob. Here's the 1-2. And a little fisted nubber towards second base. Carrillo picks it up and throws out the runner. Bristol is down, and there you go. It is. The ball has not left the infield, and it's 6 up, 6 down for Scarborough. We'll be right back on VypeLCISD.com, presented by Texan Hyundai.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
You know, if you stop in and talk to the team at Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, you'll figure out just how many great advantages there are to banking at a credit union. I know that's kind of a misnomer because it's not a bank. It's a credit union. There are differences, and some of those differences are a big advantage when you decide to be a member, not so much a customer. When you are a part of Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, you are a member.
Leading it off for the Mustangs.
So here we go with Memorial.
Dylan Norris.
Dylan Norris, the catcher, was standing in the batter's box when the third out was made at home as Durda tried to score. Righty versus righty as Rajabi gets ready to deal. Taking a lot of time. Here we go. And it skips away from Fuller on the ball down in the dirt. I just happened to stumble upon a YouTube channel game, highlights of it that is from 2 years ago. Very strange series between Memorial and Ridge Point. Pitch bounces in, 2-0. So Ridge Point was at home for game one of a series in the 2024 playoffs, and Memorial defeated them 11-0 on the hard scrabble streets of Siena. Down in the dirt, and the count goes 3-0. And in the second game of that series, which was played on Friday night, Jack McKernan, who's now at the University of Texas, the left-hander, shut out. He was a junior at the time, and he shut out Memorial 11-0. So the first two games of that series went 11-0, and then they played at Cy Springs in Game 3 on a Saturday, and Memorial won that one. 3-1 the count. Norris was taken all the way, and he's taken that one too. A little pitch up near his chin, and there is another walk. Second walk of the evening issued by A.J. Rajabi.
Number 16, Hunter Edmonds.
And we're going to get a courtesy runner for Norris. Now Hunter Edmonds, the third baseman. Rajabi looks over at first. The throw over almost got him leaning. Is that 21, Jacob? Okay, number 5, thank you. Isaac Richardson is running for Norris at first base. Edmonds takes, and it squirts away from Fuller, but not far enough for Isaac to advance. Edmonds takes a long look at his head coach, Jeremy York, and now they want to meet semi-halfway between third and home. All right. By the way, we've got Foster softball tomorrow starting at 5:45 p.m. as they take on George Ranch. Keely McGuire's Falcons against Lonnie White's Longhorns. Squaring around a bunt and a throw down to first. Almost got him. The count moves to 2-0, and you've still got Isaac Richardson trying to get to second base. Rajabi brings it. Another pitch outside, and AJ's just having a hard time finding the strike zone. You know, we were mentioning Scarborough and that he's going to Oklahoma State. Not only did Pete Incaviglia go there, but also Robin Ventura. Another throw over. And Robin Ventura, he was a great player. But what he's best known for is that Nolan Ryan gave him noogies. The two met in a brawl between home plate and the mound, and Nolan had that old man strength, and he took his head under his arm and gave him noogies on top of the head with the other. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-2. Rajabi may not be long for this game if he keeps getting these double-digit pitch counts in every inning. Another throw over. He's trying to steal an out there and making some good pickoff throws, but Isaac Richardson is pretty quick. The wind is still blowing out toward left field. If somebody who's a powerful right-handed hitter pulls it, gets it up in the air, there goes Richardson, pitch outside, and Gardner Fuller unable to make a throw anyway. Stolen base for Richardson. Hunter Edmonds looking to deliver with the runner in scoring position now. Called strike 3 at the letters. Edmonds didn't think so, but that's the second strikeout for Rajabi, one away.
Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty.
Now batting number 6, Jackson Carrillo.
Now Jackson Carrillo, another righty for Rajabi to face. Backed him out of there, 1-0. Rajabi checks Richardson. Nice curveball, good idea, but no chase from Carrillo. Rajabi brings it. That one bounces in. That was a wild and crazy pitch. And on that wild pitch, Richardson moves over to third. Three-ball count. Too many of those in the early going for Rajabi. There's a strike. Clearly, Carrillo was taking all the way. By the way, it's not, I guess it is warm enough now where you have a few kamikaze insects coming at you in a twilight game. There's a little bouncer to Ingles at third. He goes to first with it, and the runner Richardson has to hold at third base. Nice job by Braden Engel to get the second out.
Now batting, number 13, Luke Fuller.
Now it is Luke Fuller in the batter's box, just 2 or 3 feet away from Gardner Fuller. They're not acting like they're related. Jammed him. Engel scoops it up, throws, and did not get him. The throw gets away from Ty Bristol. The run scores to make it 2-0. Oh, they say baseball is a game of inches, and Engel did the only thing that he could do. I guess he had one other option. He might have just let the ball go and see if it rolled into foul ground. That would have been the only other option, but in his judgment, it was going to stay in the infield grass. So he did what he had to do, and it didn't work out. In fact, I'm going to give Luke Fuller a base hit on that and an RBI. 2-0, bottom of the second. Now to the top of the order, and Evan Martson. And that hit him. So Fuller ended up at second after his RBI infield chopper.
Number 3, Jake.
Dribbler, bleeder. You could call it any one of those things. Anyway, he's at second. Martson is at first, and now Jake Ernest. Jake Ernest walked his first time up. Righty versus lefty. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Dursky at second, and he can't eat it. He tries to eat it, and he doesn't. It gets away from him, and that's a shame. Coming all the way around from second is Luke Fuller, and it is 3-0. Things are going from bad to worse. Martson ended up at second, and Ernest is safe on the E4. And Tanner Durda, a dangerous man, comes up. Got a first inning single.
Number 12, Tanner Darda.
Arrives in the batter's box fashionably late, but there's no clock on anybody in the high school game, so it's okay. Here's a pitch. Outside corner strike. The 0-1. That looked good, probably over, but low. Durda swings it one up and in. He's in good shape, though. It is 1-2. Rajabi trying to get out of this second inning. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He really needed that one. So for Memorial in the bottom half of the second, they get 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error, and there were 2 men left on base. We'll be back on VypeLCISD.com, presented by Texan Hyundai.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Welcome back to the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth, which is it's a very portable thing. Right now it is at Spring Branch Memorial High School. I always enjoy coming here. It's a great setting, and the folks here are just pure class. Very nice folks who love the Memorial Mustangs, and the school's been around a long time, but they've really taken great care of it. Kind of looks like a fairly new building. And Brooks Hack is their head football coach, who just completed his first season after helping Randall win a state football championship in 2024. And Brooks Hack, the son of Calum Hack, the legendary softball coach at Katy. All right, Scarborough's out there, and he is dealing again, throwing really hard. 3-0, Memorial on top. Swing and a miss, and down goes Roman Faltine, and I'll have to wait till he comes back up again to tell you why Roman's name sounds familiar and why I'm saying it right and others are saying it wrong. 5 strikeouts already for Scarborough, and now Brevin Baichu. Breaking ball nips the outside corner. Perfect placement by Scarborough, who is cash. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Fuller. Correction, into the mitt of Norris. By the way, it's okay to be named cash because, you know, we're in the era of NIL. It is a financial blessing to be a really good college athlete. Ground ball toward short. Martin charges, throws in time. That goes 6-3. And there are 8 up, 8 down for Scarborough. So I guess he's every bit as good as that little paragraph you showed me about Scarborough. The Foster Falcons wouldn't argue. Now it is Andrew Durski, whose dad told me I'm saying his last name right. Lefty hitter. And he misses, Scarborough misses the outside corner with that first delivery. And he works quickly. And that pitch kind of running away from the left-handed hitter, right on the outside edge. It's 1-1. Couldn't get around on the heater, and it's 1-2. And Durski takes a called strike 3, 6 strikeouts in 3 innings for Scarborough, and he is dealing. We'll be back on VypeLCISD.com. Well, folks, I'm sure that if you're any kind of sports fan, you've heard about teams where they say, we don't care whose name is on the backside of the jersey. We only care what's on the front of the jersey. The team name, Texan Hyundai and the great team they have there in Rosenberg, they are not looking for individual recognition or to hear their name said in the on web radio or video stream, although they might like it said when the sales team gets together and somebody gets kudos for being really productive. But one of the great values that you can get in a new car, and who can afford not to watch every penny? You know, when you want to get a new car, you want to get the greatest in value. In those Hyundais, so many of them are still on the road after they were bought many years ago, and you can guarantee that you are going to get a good price and you're going to get real performance for a long, long time if you buy yourself a Hyundai. So go down to Rosenberg and check them out. And we are back here in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth, ready for the bottom of the third inning, and things have not gone Foster's way thus far. And that's because Cash Scarborough, the pitcher for the Mustangs, is carving them up. A.J. Rajabi just trying to keep it at 3-0, but that's not a good way to start. It is Ethan Bayless. It is Halen Hines smoking one down the line. And he ends up at second with a double. Halen Hines, number 18.
Number 18, Halen Hines.
Okay, wait a minute. Hines is in the batter's box. Something really wrong here. Anyway, it's not something really wrong with what's going on the field. It's how I'm keeping track of things. Ethan Bayless was the man who hit the double on the first pitch from Rajabi, and now it is Halen Hines in the batter's box. All right. Sorry about that. 1-0 the count as Rajabi looks back at second and brings it to Hines. And he's behind again, 2-0. We're on Echo Lane, home of the Memorial Mustangs. And there's a line drive into right center, and it will get down. And coming around third is Bayless. He's going to score. No, he's out. What a beautiful throw. The relay from Ryan. Actually, that was the Ryan Heath throw. They always keep the guy with a big arm in right field. And he threw it home, and he nailed Ethan Bayless for the first out. So that is a base hit for Hines, and he takes second on the throw home. All right, now Dylan Norris. It is kind of a rare thing when you hear country music when a teenager in the Houston area has his walk-up song playing. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Rajabi getting ahead of a hitter. That always seems to help. So it is still 3-0 thanks to the awesome throw by Ryan Heath. Ooh. That hit Norris between the shoulder blades, and that is the second hit by pitch of the night for Rajabi. Isaac Richardson is going to come on and run for Norris, who might want to get a hot rock put between his shoulder blades. I don't know what that walk-up song is, but there seems to be a tiny little hint of Happy Together by the Turtles in there. Hunter Edmonds, first pitch in there, strike one. Here comes the next one. Bounces in. Nice backhand from Gardner Fuller. Wouldn't it be cool if Gardner Fuller's middle name was Buckminster? I'll bet it's not, though. Another one bounces in, and then a throw down, and they got him! How about that? What a throw by Gardner Buckminster Fuller! And he throws out Hines for the second out. Rajabi really being helped out with some awesome defense. The throw from Ryan Heath in right field and the Gardner Fuller pickoff throw all the way down to second base. And there goes Richardson. The ball gets into center field. He's going to end up at third base. And now Heath with a throw that was good thing that Rajabi was backing it up. That was almost into the Memorial dugout. You've got that big arm of Ryan Heath and also the wind at his back. He almost threw it to Seeley. Okay, so meanwhile, back in the batter's box, Hunter Edmonds. 2-1 the count. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of Fuller, and that will do it. So a great job by Rajabi and his mates of wriggling out of trouble. So we'll come back with the top of the fourth inning, and we'll see if Foster can get the offense going. They trail it 3-0 on VypeLCISD.com, presented by Texan Hyundai.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Don't forget, we have Foster softball tomorrow night against the rivals from George Ranch. Scarborough still out there throwing. Jacob, do you have a pitch count on him?
I do.
On Scarborough?
He is 37.
Wow. Thank you. All right, so thanks to Jacob, the baseball dad, who keeps the numbers and all kinds of stuff. He tells us that Cash Scarborough has only thrown 37 pitches in those first 3 innings, where it's been 9 up and 9 down. So to the top of the order we go. Hunter Maddox struck out swinging his first time, and it's a little nubber out towards second, and it's an easy catch for Carrillo. 1 pitch, 1 out. We didn't start right on time, but if Scarborough continues to pitch so efficiently, then we might get home at the usual time. Braden Engel struck out looking. Looks at a curve, and that one's upstairs, 1-0. Engel just came within a silly millimeter or two of a spectacular play from his position at third base. He really likes to take the big swings, and he comes up empty there. It's 1-1. Righty versus lefty. Breaking ball inside corner. Scarborough really, he's just spotting it wherever His catcher, Norris, wants him to throw it. He seems to be putting it right there. And Engel asks for time. Will that help, or does it delay the inevitable? It delayed the inevitable. Swinging strikeout. 2 away.
Up to the plate, number 11,
Gardner Fuller. Makes me want to go back and find the old movie Being There, starring Peter Sellers. His character was Chauncey Gardner. First pitch outside, ball 1 to Fuller, who struck out swinging in the first. Scarborough got 3 strikeouts in the first inning and has never looked back. And he catches the outside corner to even it up 1-1. Wants to get the moist clay out of the spikes there. It's amazing that nobody ever trips over that thing trying to make a play. You figure sometimes there's a chopper over the mound and the pitcher has to go behind the mound. That's maybe a generous call, a generous outside corner, but the count 1-2. There we go. Down goes Fuller. 1, 2, 3 go the Foster Falcons, and it's a 9-pitch inning. That's all. So we will proceed to the bottom of the 4th. Even though it's domination, it's still only 3-0. We'll be right back.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Okay, so not only do we have Foster softball against George Ranch tomorrow night, on Tuesday of next week it's the Battle of the Berg, baseball style. Lamar Consolidated taking on Terry. And our very first ever web radio broadcast on the all-new Vype, LCISD.com, was Tuesday, when the Lamar Consolidated Mustangs got a dramatic come-from-behind win over the Bay City Black Cats. Wind starting to blow a little bit harder, but Foster just has not gotten the ball out of the infield. Many times they haven't even put it in play. And it looks like we have a new pitcher for your Foster Falcons. Tournament baseball is a little bit different. We don't always have the up-to-date roster, so we have to go to our phone where we took a picture of something. All right, it is Eli Edmondson, number 10, the little right-hander, coming in relief of A.J. Rajabi. And I don't know if there are any other changes. Not sure about that, but Braden Engel, I do know, is still at third base. Hunter Maddox still at short. Durski still at second, and over at first base you got Ty Bristol. Now here's Carrillo. Up and in, ball 1. He's 0 for 1 with a ground ball to third his first time up. Looks down at Coach York. Pitch on the way. Outside. Edmondson brings it. Breaking ball catches the outside corner of the plate. 2-1. 3-0 game. Memorial has had its way from the start. That's in there for a strike, and Eli Edmondson, facing his first hitter, gets to 2 strikes. Let's see what he chooses to throw here. Way outside, no chase. Jackson Carrillo's not going to chase after something that far outside. There's a little looper, short right field coming on. Heath dives for it, and he couldn't squeeze it. The wind was at his back. The ball was dropping quickly. It was a little bit of indecisiveness, and he could not get his glove underneath the ball. So that is a base hit for Carrillo. And that's very disappointing for Edmondson. He did a really good job pitching to Carrillo. And he induced some soft contact, but the ball found grass. Now Luke Fuller, 1 for 1 with a second inning single, and he came around to score the third run. No, make that the second run. And a little nubber off of the home plate dirt. 0-1. Edmondson checks Carrillo, throws over. And I see that Edmondson wears, I believe, those really old school Gerald Ford administration triple stripe socks. I think that's what he's got. Or maybe he's just got the bottom of the uniform pants is kind of ruffled, like rhinoceros skin, you know. There's a little bunt that Edmondson fields and throws to first. The sacrifice works perfectly. So there's 1 away, and Carrillo moves to second. I need to talk to Evan Martson's mom. There's got to be a better choice for a walk-up song than that. Got to be. What'd you say? The seniors pick up for the underclassmen. Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so I've learned something about the Memorial baseball culture from Jacob, the dad of the 2 players in the program. So it's because seniors give a sophomore the walk-up song that would not be his choice. So that's it. I know that at other places, one of them being Ridge Point and Kempner too, if it's a freshman, then they give him the song of scorn, I suppose. But in this case, sophomore, you still haven't paid your dues, evidently. All right, Martson is ready. The count is 0-2. Edmondson taking a long look at second, and here it comes. Breaking ball missed. Edmondson ready to bring it. Turns around and throws it at second. Maddox moving in behind Carrillo. Late swing into the tree above the Memorial dugout. 1-2 still. Edmondson brings it. Another pitch where Martin looked like he tried to go the other way, and he did, but into the tree. Probably woke up a family of squirrels. Another 1-2 pitch. Oh, that looked good. But it's ball 2. Eli's coming with it. And it's high, ball 3. I have a feeling that Martin is trying to hit it to the opposite field here. But he won't get a chance. That's ball 4. First walk issued by Edmondson. Jake Ernest.
Now to play. Number 3. Jake Ernest.
Well, he hits lefty just like Martin, and I have a feeling he might try to shoot it into left field. Test Faltine's throwing arm. Inside corner strike, and he started to go after that one, and probably not a pitch he could have done much with, so it was just as well. He'll just be ready for the 0-1. That's down and in, just over his toenails. Eli Edmondson on in relief of A.J. Rajabi. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. He really pulled the string on that one. The off-speed pitch makes it 1-2. Edmondson down and in, 2-2. The wind has died down a lot. It's still there, but very gentle at this point. Swing and a miss, and Edmondson racks up a strikeout. His first one, that's out number 2. So, critical moment here. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Tanner Durda steps in.
Number 12. Tanner Darda.
1 for 2 with a first inning single that drove home the first run. Edmondson pitching very carefully. I'm looking toward the Foster bullpen. It looks like we do have some activity there. Eli brings it. Bounces in. Nice stop by Fuller. The 2-0 pitch, and now it's 3-0. And a throw down to second by Fuller, and big swipe tag attempt by Dursky. Didn't get the runner, but that was a nice throw. Stealing an out here and there, always helpful. Meanwhile, the count is 3-0 on Durda. The dangerous Ethan Bayless ready to bat next. Outside corner strike, 3-1. He was taking all the way. Edmondson, as soon as he gets the ball in his glove, he is ready to pitch again. But Durda stepped out for just a moment. Here's the 3-1. And he ropes it over Faltine's head and off the wall on the fly. Coming around to score is Carrillo. And then Martson. And he's going to come home because the throw got away from the second baseman. It's an RBI double for Tanner Durda. And I think we might have to make it an error that allowed the second run to come in. But it is 5-0.
Number 10.
Boy, that was absolutely smoked. I don't think the ball got more than 25 feet off the ground at any point. 30 at the most. But they might have to replace a picket out there on the wall. He hit it so hard. And now Ethan Bayless trying to up the ante. Down and in. A very healthy complement of left-handed hitters on this Mustangs team, and also 4 left-handed pitchers out of the 11 who pitch. Bayless rips it down the right field line, but it hooks foul, rattles off the bullpen fence, and Ryan Heath's going to have to come over and pick the ball up. Edmondson brings it. Strike running away from the lefty hitting Bayless. And that makes the count 1-2. Edmondson leans way back. Now he knows what he wants to do on 1-2, but easier said than done. High in the air, short left field, long run for Faltine, and he gets there and makes the catch to retire the side. Well, that was adventurous. 2 runs allowed by Edmondson, and we'll be back.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Well, I'll tell you what, we really appreciate the folks at Texan Hyundai. We're in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth, and we want to tell you about some of the things they are offering at their beautiful showroom in Rosenberg on Highway 59. If you're going south on Highway 59, you exit at Highway 36, and then you do a U-E under 59, head back north, and you can't miss Texan Hyundai. So they're going to make it worth your while. 90 days of no payments. That's one of the chances you have. And then you got 0% financing for up to 60 months with selected vehicles. And then, how about this? If you mention that you heard about Texan Hyundai on Vype LCISD or just say my name Roger, you'll get an extra $1,000 off a brand new car. A Santa Fe, a Tucson, a Palisade, an Elantra, or a Sonata. All right, here we go. Foster just trying to get some offense going as they trail by a score of 5-0. And here is Lavati. Has the silent H at the beginning of his name, John Lavati. Hlavaty. Grounded out to second when he led off the second. Scarborough brings it. Breaking ball that must have been down a little bit. And it's 1-1. Correction, 2-1. Righty versus righty, and here it comes. Swing and a miss at the high heat. Evens the count. That's off the end of the bat, and it'll get out of play. On top of the dugout, where the Foster Falcons are trying to figure out how to put the ball in play against Scarborough. He's got 8 strikeouts through his 4 innings. "12 up, 12 down." There's a little nubber over the mound and charging. Making the play is your shortstop, Martson. So make that 13 up and 13 down. 6-3 goes the play. Now it is Luke Kulkak.
Number 28 at the plate, Luke Kolchak.
You know, I think I need to ask Ms. Heath something. Is it Kulkak or Kolchak? Thank you. All right, the PA guy was right. I was wrong. It's Kolchak. Sorry about that, Luke. Here's the pitch. Ooh, big rip, but grabbing for air. 0-1. Breaking ball just missed away. You know, there was a great show starring Darren McGavin. It was called The Night Stalker, and he was Kolchak, Kolchak. Kolchak fouls one off to the on-deck area on the left. Kolchak has actually it's Kolchak, but there's no H in there. That's what threw me off. But no excuses. The count is 1-2. Scarborough steps off. Now he's ready for the 1-2. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 9. Ty Bristol hit the ball to second base his first time up. So the ball has not left the infield at all when Foster has been batting tonight. Scarborough wants a new baseball. Breaking ball, and he's really got great movement on that tonight. Right where his catcher, Norris, wanted it. The 0-1. Foul back, and in an 0-2 hole is Ty Bristol. Scarborough stretching a little bit before he brings it upstairs. You know, this is one of those games, if you're a fielder, the ball's not being put in play, it can be easy to kind of lose your concentration a bit. But Scarborough, I mean, to his credit, you're going to be pretty successful if the other team can't put the ball in play 50% of the time. Pitch outside. But none of the outfielders for Memorial has had a single fielding chance all night. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Down goes another one. He's got double-figure strikeouts with 10. $15 up, 15 down. This is VypeLCISD.com, presented by Texan Hyundai. 5-0 after 5 innings. Foster down to Memorial.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
You want to add a little spice to your life? How about you go out to Republic Harley Davidson in Stafford. Get yourself a Harley Hog. If you don't want to buy a motorcycle, they got plenty of gear. Get a really cool jacket. They'll give you some street cred. All right, here we go. Memorial trying to add on to their 5-0 lead. And here is Halen Hines to lead off. Edmondson pitching his second inning. Breaking ball away. Ball 1. Dylan Norris and Hunter Edmonds due to follow. Little Eli Edmondson brings it in on the hands, and he missed with that one. It's 2-0. Pitch on the way, outside, 3-0. By the way, if you want to go to Republic Harley Davidson, you don't have to have a big motorcycle. You can get a little one. Maybe you got somebody who's 9 or 10 years old and he's ready to get himself a mini bike. They got those too. Strike on the outside corner. Righty versus righty. Edmondson facing Hines for the first time, and he puts it up in the air and deep. Faultine looks up. It is gone. And it wasn't gone by a little. It went over the fence by a good 25 feet. Oh, my goodness. What a bomb. Hines makes it 6-0. Well, Hines is a very talented young man. If you're Eli Edmondson, that's not what you wanted to happen. But, let's say his career flourishes. He becomes a professional, maybe even makes it to the show. You can say, he took me deep. Wow, that was a crusher. Dylan Norris goes the other way, and that is going to drop in. And he's going to try to get to second. Just picking it up is Ryan Heath. And he throws him out. How about that, Ryan Heath? He's an assassin. He has thrown someone out at home, and now he's thrown someone out trying to extend a single to a double.
Number 16.
And you can make that play 7-6. 1 out. Now Hunter Edmonds. Little Nubber goes rattling into the Foster dugout. Edmondson to Edmonds. Swing and a miss at the high heat. Nothing and two. Let's see if Edmondson can finish him off. Close, but it's 1-2. Now it's 2-2. The only highlights have been defensively for the Foster Falcons, who are down 6-0. 6 runs on 8 hits. And now there's a chopper. Coming on is Maddox. Wrong foot's the throw, but he's got a really good arm. And Edmonds is out 6-3. 2 away, bases empty for Carrillo. Carrillo led off the fourth with a single, and he came around to score. That was the 4th run. Upstairs to Carrillo. No relation to Mary Carrillo as far as we know. Edmondson and Gardner Fuller weren't really in sync there, and the pitch dropped a little bit lower than Fuller expected. Two and 0. There's a ground ball to third. 2 hops to Engel. Makes an accurate throw to Bristol, and that'll do it. Well, a leadoff single does not blossom. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. The home run, one run on one big hit. No errors and nobody left. We'll be back 6-0 Memorial.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
You know, the Republic Harley-Davidson in Stafford is just, I think it's right next door to the Make-A-Wish Foundation headquarters, which is nice. You know, you can make a wish, and maybe your wish is for a Harley-Davidson, and maybe make a contribution to the great, wonderful Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's also a few doors down from the Hooters and an IHOP. And the Outback Steakhouse on the grid in Stafford. A lot of good places to eat there. You know, if it makes you hungry shopping for a Harley Hog and you get your motorcycle, you can go about a quarter of a mile and you're right there eating a delicious lunch or dinner. All right, Roman Faltine comes up, and I got a story on this young man. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. Roman is the little brother of Trey Faltine, also known as Sammy Faltine. Played for the Travis Tigers graduated, I think, in 2018. And the thing is, I always asked Sammy or Trey's dad, how do you say the last name? It's Faltine, like a saltine cracker, right? And he said yes. And then when his son went to the University of Texas, well, all of a sudden he's Trey Faltini. They decided to change his name for showbiz purposes, and I just think it's kind of nonsense. But now he's a professional. Good for Trey Faltine. He is with the Cincinnati Reds organization, and I can't wait to see him make it to the big leagues, which is no guarantee. You go through ups and downs like Roman Faltine taking a called third strike for the 11th strikeout of the night for Scarborough. He's just mowing them down. Now, first pitch swing by Brevin Baichu, and he comes up empty. Okay, thank you very much, Mia V. Hill. You're absolutely right. They have switched pitchers. It was 5 perfect innings for Scarborough. And now they brought in a lefty. And the ball is fouled off. It is 1-2. John Kafka, left-handed pitcher. John Kafka, he's a senior. He brings it. Swing and a miss. So 2 batters faced by Kafka and 2 strikeouts. One looking, one swinging, and now here is Andrew Durski. So I guess the baseball gods won't be mad at me if I jinx a perfect game, because when you change pitchers, it's a combined perfect game, not the same. But they still have it going. And there's a ball hit to the outfield. It may fall in. There's the first hit of the night for the Foster Falcons. And it's a pinch hit. It is not Durski. Oh, rats. I'm just looking around. I got to figure out who 15 is. Okay. It is Jesse Chacon. Congratulations, Jesse. You're the first Foster Falcon to get a hit. So much for the perfect game. And with 2 outs and a runner at first, Hunter Maddox. Did I jinx it? Is that what happened? Okay. Hunter Maddox stands up, and it's the first time a Foster Falcon has come to the plate with someone on base. They trail 6-0. Weirder things have happened, but this is tournament baseball, so we're not going to go till midnight, okay? Don't worry about that. That pitch is way outside. Kafka gets a nice assist from his catcher, Norris. The count's 3-0. And that pitch is upstairs. So after giving up the bloop single to Chacon, then you have Hunter Maddox drawing a walk. So there are runners at first and second. Wonder if we might have a little mound visit for Mr. Kafka. Kafka. Now Braden Engel digs in from the lefty box. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Kafka brings it. Breaking ball sailed outside a bit. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, but it's not really blowing out. It's kind of from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole. That pitch also outside. Kafka falls behind. Braden Engel. 2-0. He got 2 strikeouts, and now he's got a little bit of trouble on his hands. The shutout is in jeopardy. He steps off. Kafka comes set at the belt, looks back at second. Pitch on the way. Ground ball, this is going to be trouble, and it bounces off the glove of Bayless, and coming around to score is Chacon, but he's safe. The Mustangs thought that they threw out Chacon, but Chacon is called safe, and the shutout is gone. It is 6-1. Foster still has this 6th inning rally alive. So that is a single that scores a run for Braden Engel. No more shutout, and Hunter Maddox ends up at third base. And now Jeremy York, the Memorial head coach, is not going to make too big of a stink out of this because it's a tournament game and the score is 6-1, but he really thinks that the home plate umpire missed that call. You know, I got to stop making premature announcements, but everyone in the ballpark thought he was out, right? Okay, here we go. Braden Engel he's at second base. The runner at third is Maddox, and here is Gardner Fuller. Takes the first pitch, 1-0. Kafka going from the stretch with runners at second and third. And that gets away. Coming on home is Maddox. He is safe, and it is 6-2. He scores on, I guess, wild pitch or pass ball. What do you think? Wild pitch. On the play, Engel moves over to third. And if they can get him home, then Foster would have cut the 6-0 lead in half in this 6th inning. Ball high. 3-0 count on Fuller. Kafka having some trouble. No activity, however, in the Memorial bullpen. And that is out toward right field, but backing up is Ernest. He makes the catch. And that puts out the fire. But, however, the Foster Falcons score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We'll be back on VypeLCISD.com.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
You know something? A lot of you out there have a child or a grandchild, 16 or older, and you love them so much they really make you proud by the way they play baseball or softball or whatever they do. You love them. Well, they deserve a really good car to drive. And you know, some people think that a teenager doesn't need a brand new car, but you know, a Hyundai is an affordable car. Brand new cars aren't cheap these days, but it is one of the greatest values that you have in the automotive market in the United States. So go by Texan Hyundai, check them out. They will treat you right, and remember, if you mention my name, I'm Roger, but even if you forget that, you can say, you know, I was watching that video stream of LCISD or listening to a game. I was listening to my Terry Rangers, my LC Mustangs, the Randall Lions, Fulshire Chargers, Foster Falcons, or the Tomas Gators. And you know, my sweet baby, he or she deserves a car. So go there and you will get the $1,000 discount if you mention my name or mention Vype.
Number 13.
Thank you, Texan Hyundai. And so here we are back in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth. Foster going out there, and it is still Eli Edmondson out there chunking. That's kind of a Texas thing. The other 49 states say chucking, but I say chunking. First hitter is Luke Fuller in this bottom of the 6th. There was an old radio announcer for the Astros named Lowell Pass, and when one of the Astros pitchers was doing well, he would say, "Now you chunkin'." And there's a pop-up behind second base, and Durski makes the play, unless Chacon has come in for Durski. I'm not sure if Durski... Okay, let's see who that is. Rob Tosh. How about that? That is head coach Mick Tosh's son, Rob Tosh, playing second. I did not know that he'd gone in, but that little pop-up makes it 1 out. And here is Evan Martson. He may be ensconced firmly as the leadoff hitter for the Memorial Mustangs, not just for this season, but for the 2027 season and 2028. Breaking ball stayed upstairs. Kind of like Norman Bates' mom. Pitch on the way and fouled into the tree on the left. Two and one the count on Martson. And he goes the other way with that one, and it might end up on the roof of the school. Fort Bend, Austin is another place where it's not unusual for a foul ball to end up on the school roof. Edmondson brings it down and in, and the count goes full, 3-2. Edmondson has done his team a favor, especially if he can complete this 6th inning. There's a solid single right up the middle for Martson. And he is, let's see, he's 2 for 2. Plus he was hit by a pitch. He walked, and he scored twice. So he's really doing everything you need a leadoff hitter to do. And Jake Ernest, who looks fly, steps into the batter's box. He is speedy, almost no chance to double him up, but the Foster infield is at double play depth. First pitch swinging, and it's a nubber, bounced off his foot, and that puppy is barking right now, I can guarantee you. But you're a ball player, you don't show them that you're in pain. Breaking ball high. Ernest, when he was very young, his favorite song was from the original Mulan soundtrack, "I'll Make a Man Out of You." That was a great soundtrack. A Girl Worth Fighting For. What a great song. And he rips it, got way out in front and all the way over the hitting cage on the first base side and into the gathering gloom. Speaking of gloom, it's not so gloomy for the Foster Falcons. They've scored a couple of runs. Here's the pitch. And there's a base hit to left field, and it gets through the gap. It two-hops the wall, and coming around third and headed for home is Martson. No, they put the brakes on him. So Martson still at third, and it's a double for Jake Ernest.
Till I get my money right.
Number 12,
Tanner Durda singled, struck out, and doubled. And he doubled home 2 runs. That came in the 4th inning. Edmondson brings it. Breaking ball. Outside corner, perfect placement. Not what Tanner Durda was looking for. It's a little breezy up here in the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth. Why don't I ever remember to bring a hoodie to these games? I don't know. That's another beautiful location. Location, right on the outside corner. And it's 0-2. Durda, he's a very confident hitter. You can just see the body language saying, we'll see about that. So he fouls one off to stay alive. And the 0-2 gets away, and that is not going to score a run. Throw back to second. Tag not applied. Everybody's safe. So, well, Jake Ernest, Evan Martson kind of assumed that his coach wanted him to go home, and then he was told to come back. But Ernest had really committed to third, so he had to go back to second. And it was a decent throw by Gardner Fuller, but they could not pick him off. And 2 runs are going to come home on that base hit. 2-run single for Durda, and that makes it 8-2. Durda gets to second on the throw that came through to home plate. How about that? Big night for Tanner Durda. 2 singles and a double. Three straight hits. And now it's Ethan Bayless. Okay, we have a pinch hitter, I believe. It is Boone McLaughlin standing in for Bayless. Boone McLaughlin is a senior, and he's a real Swiss Army knife. He can play any position, really, that Coach York needs him to. So Ethan Bayless looks like he is done for the evening. And McLaughlin ready. Fouls one back. Just trying to get some of those baseballs that were fouled out of play and were retrieved, and they get him back in the umpire's custody. And here we go. It is 8-2 Memorial, looking to add more with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And that hits the batter, Boone McLaughlin. So he waited all game. He gets the idea, hey, I'm going to get up there and pinch hit. And he gets hit. Third time tonight a Foster pitcher has hit one of the Memorial batters. Runners first and second, and Halen Hines is due. Halen Hines is going to hit. Grounded out to third, singled when he came up in the third. And he hit the big bomb in the 5th inning. The solo homer that really sailed out. And this wall, the fence here it could have been 40 feet farther back and it still would have gone out. The 1-0 to Hines, way outside. Nice grab by Fuller. Throws to first. It gets away. That's going to lead to another run. Tanner Durda comes around to score. And it is 9-2. And meanwhile, McLaughlin, maybe he feels better. He got to run to second. You know, he got hit in the left shoulder. And now Hines is still in the batter's box with a 2-0 count. In tight, almost hit him. And it's 3-0. And I can guarantee you Coach Jeremy York is not going to give the green light to Halen Hines here in a game where the score is 9-2. Strike one. Eli Edmondson kicks and comes home. Breaking ball high, and Hines has walked. Now Dylan Norris is due.
Number 4, Dylan Norris.
And he will hit for himself. All right, Eli Edmondson in some trouble, brings it. Strike one. Still just one out. Luke Fuller popped up to second base to begin the inning, and that seems like a half hour ago. Ball goes way outside. 1-1. If Norris hits a bomb, this game's over. It's 9-2 right now, and that would be he would represent the run that is effectively a technical knockout. The 2-1 pitch. And it is lined into right field. Ryan Heath up with it, but at least one run is going to score. The throw is cut off as the runner McLaughlin comes home from second. Hines ends up at third. And Norris, with that single, goes to first. And it looks like they will replace him, as usual, with Isaac Richardson. And now Eli Edmondson is going to be done, and he will be replaced. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is for the Foster Falcons when we return on VypeLCISD.com.
It starts with learning the value of saving. We are here when dreams start to take flight. We're here when it's time to build your future. And we're here when it's time to enjoy the moments you've worked for. For every step, for every moment, we are here. Your credit union for life. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Educate, partner, serve.
Hi, this is Larry Poston with Above All Roofing and Construction. We've been proudly serving our community for 27 years. As a Christian-owned and operated company and as an ordained minister, I believe in treating every homeowner's roof like it's my own. What sets us apart is the attention to detail that we put into every roof. Every roof we install includes 7 free upgrades for lasting protection. We put on synthetic felt with plastic cap ring shank nails. We put on some of the best shingles in town, the GIF Timberline Lifetime HDZ Class 3 rated shingle. We install Storm Guard in all the valleys, around all the walls, and around all the vents. We install ridge vents everywhere we possibly can. Every project is backed by a 7-year labor warranty, and our Silver Pledge warranty through the manufacturer gives you total peace of mind. So if you want craftsmanship built on faith, family, and integrity, call Above All Roofing and Construction, where we put quality and care above all.
Well, look at that, folks. We went to a minute-long commercial, assuming that there would be more action, but the coaches, because it's a tournament game, said, that's enough. We have played long enough. And the final score is going to be 9-2. So you got Jeremy York and head coach Mick Tosh of Foster out there exchanging pleasantries near the mound, and the two teams have formed their lines and shaken hands, and they're ready to hit the Chick-fil-A or whatever. So let me just give you the runs, hits, and errors. And unfortunately for the Foster Falcons, it does not take very long. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors by the Falcons, and only 1 runner left on base. Okay, so for Memorial, it was 10 runs on 12 hits. They made no errors, and only because the game ended did they leave anybody on in this 6th inning. So I'm going to say 6 runners left on, and the winning pitcher tonight's Cash Scarborough. He was absolutely dominant, and the losing pitcher is A.J. Rajabi. And chins up, Falcons, or beaks up, I guess. Things will get better, and district play starts soon. You take on some really tough teams, and you learn a lot about yourself, and you know where you need to improve. So I guess it is time to pull down the curtain on the Texan Hyundai broadcast booth. So for Mia Vihill, Shane Scholwinski, and everybody who is a part of Vype, LCISD.com, we thank you for being with us. Our final score, 9-2, and we will talk to you tomorrow from the nest as we have 10-2. Yes, one more run came in, but it's tournament. It's that. It ain't no big deal. But thank you for calling that to my attention. Okay, 10-2 the final, and we'll have softball for you. Foster hosting George Ranch tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. with the Batter Up Show. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Texan Hyundai. Thank you, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Thank you, Above All Roofing, and thank you, Harley Davidson of Stafford. We're done.